I used to have a really hard time sticking to a food program. I used to think that I was undisciplined or actually something was wrong with me. But in the end, what I found out was that I was actually hungry. And once I figured that out, I set out to figure out why. And I knew I couldn't be the only one, right? I did a ton of digging, researching, investigating, and I came up with some solutions that I wanted to share with you today. Hi, my name is Anna, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click to subscribe. You'll be alerted every time a new video comes out. Do you struggle with hunger? I know that was me. Today I'm going to share with you 4 tips that are super easy to do that'll take care of your hunger and hopefully not let that hunger derail your daily food program. The first thing I did, number 1 on the list, was heal my gut. You see, I didn't realize I was actually dealing with leaky gut, candida, and a ton of other issues that I got after eating a ton of refined foods over the years. So healing my gut was the first thing I did. That meant that I was healing my gut as I was trying to not injure it more. So I got rid of a lot of the refined foods that I was eating and started eating more whole, real foods. The further I got on the journey, the easier this was to do. As I let go of those refined foods and the more I did it, the easier it was to do. And letting go of those refined foods helped me heal my gut. That also included dairy, gluten, and refined sugar. I took a really good probiotic. There's a bunch of them on the market now. If you go to Whole Foods or Vitamin Shop, you can just ask the store clerk to help you find something good. I suggest that you get 2 different kinds of probiotics and take them throughout the day. They could be refrigerated or non-refrigerated, but each probiotic has a different strain, and you want to replenish your gut with different strains throughout the day. Upon waking, I would always take about 2 capsules of a probiotic on that empty stomach, and then I would take 2 more with lunch, 2 more around 3 or 4 o'clock, and then 2 more at dinner. I would also take some before I went to bed. Now, if you can only do 2 or 3 times, that's great, especially in the first 2 or 3 weeks. Get in as much as you can, and then you can start tapering off. I ate fermented foods, so this also helps heal the gut. It helps replenish the gut with really good beasties like the probiotics, but this is more in a food form. So any kind of natural pickle, sauerkraut, things that were fermented really seem to not only heal my gut, but also soothe it and get the bloating really down. And getting off of dairy. Dairy is highly inflammatory, and it's really going to give you gut issues. Some people have pain and some people don't. What I always suggest is not to do dairy for about 2 to 3 weeks and then reintroduce it and see if dairy's for you. For most of us, we really do better when we avoid dairy altogether. And yes, that means creamers, that means yogurts, and that means milk and cereal. Number 2, eat protein-rich foods. Most are really super surprised that you can also get protein from plant-based foods, and that might actually be easier. If you're doing a protein powder, that's a really great tool to use throughout the day. Using a really good pea protein powder is a great tool. And what I suggest to people is that they do about a tablespoon in a glass of water every 2 hours and take it ahead of the hunger. What that's going to do is stabilize your blood sugar enough to get you to the next meal. It might not be super yummy or comfortable to have this, but try it just for a little bit, almost like medicine. If you're really turned off by it, just do a little bit less in a little bit less water. I've even known people to like chug a shot. Greens are another great way to get some plant-based protein into your meal plan. So things like salads, doing greens in your smoothies, even munching on celery sticks is just a really great way to get some plant-based protein plus the nutrients into your system to keep the hunger at bay. Number 3, drink every 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes hunger masks as thirst, so you want to kind of pre-drink so that way you don't have any of those symptoms. Not only that, drinking fresh, clean water helps with detox and also satiety. You might need to eat meals earlier than you originally thought. So for me, I found out that the normal meal time for lunch, which normally happened at 1 o'clock, didn't work for me. I was really getting super hungry at 11:30. So for me, if I ate earlier, then it kind of lasted throughout the day. If I waited until 1 o'clock to eat lunch, then around 2 or 3, I became peckish again. And that did not lead to a good road. Number 4, using protein powder as a tool. Now, there is no magic necessarily in a protein powder, but it can help when we're talking about hunger. A great way to use this powder is to put about a tablespoon in water and have it between meals. Don't let that time stretch out more than 2 hours. In other words, 2 hours after a meal, have some. And then if another 2 hours pass, even if you're going to have dinner, let's say, in an hour, have that tablespoon in water of protein powder again. Having that little bit of protein throughout the day is really going to help keep you satisfied. If you're home, you can mix that protein powder with maybe some ice cubes, water, even some berries in the blender. And if you don't have the time, just a tablespoon in water and stirring that up and chugging is really going to be helpful. If you don't like the flavor, try a different protein powder or try having less. But I'm telling you, this is an amazing tool to use to really keep the hunger at bay. Okay, so those are my 4 tricks for keeping hunger away. I'm really hoping some of this will help you so that way you can be more successful on plan, and also so that you're kind of pinpointing what the issues actually are. If you do like this video, please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click to subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching. Mwah! Ciao!